Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Aletha with Ribbons and Zippers, and today I'm going to show you how to use a slip stitch. It's a very important stitch in hand stitching. It's used to finish the garment, whether you're doing a hem or putting a lining into your garment. We know that hand stitches are very important, whether we're using a hand stitch in the construction of our garment or whether we're completing our garment to give it a fine, polished look. So let's get started. So first let's look at what we're going to need. We're going to need to use a thread that's cut to a length that's not going to be difficult to use. We don't want it to twist or knot, so we want it to be manageable. It's a polyester thread, and this one is a Gutermann 100% polyester. And the reason why I use polyester is because it's strong. So if you do have a very, very, very long hem, and say it's a circle skirt, and you want to start off with a nice length of thread, try conditioning your thread. So all you have to do is take your thread and just hold your finger and just run your thread all the way across the conditioner to the end. And that should do it. That will stop the thread from twisting and knotting. All right. You're going to need a pair of nippers. And if you want, you can use a thimble to protect your fingers. It depends on you. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and thread my needle. And I don't want to have a lot of thread because I don't want it to get tangled. Or you can use the thread conditioner as I showed you. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to knot your thread. Just give it a little knot. We don't want the thread to go through. So here's my fabric. Here's the fold. And so what I'm going to do is put my thread through my fabric, and it's just going to be on the inside of the fold. All right. So for the slip stitch is made for whether you're going to hem. So this would represent a hem or the lining. Okay. So I'm using a contrasting thread so that you can see the difference. However, it would be best to use a thread that matches your fabric. And I'm also using muslin, and the weave on my muslin, it's not a tight weave. So if you're using a tight weave, you definitely want to use a sharp needle, a nice size needle, okay? So now this portion would be my fashion fabric. This portion would be either my hem or my lining. And you can do this whether you're left-handed or right-handed. So what you want to do is you want to take one or two pieces of thread from your fashion fabric, just like this, and you want to pull your thread through, and you only are going to be using a single piece of thread, not a double thread. So exactly where you went through on your fashion fabric, you want to come back down, pick up about a nice 1/4 of an inch or so of fabric on your hem, only on the fold. You see how my needle is in the fold? So you come out of the fold. This would be the crease or the fold. You come out, and then what you want to do, what's very important, is you want to go back in exactly where you came out, and you want to pick up another 1 thread or 2 threads. Okay? So you pick up that 1 thread or 2 thread, you pull your needle through, you pull your thread through, just like that, just like that. And then you want to go back in exactly where you picked up your thread, making sure that you stay inside your fold. try to make sure that your the lengths are the same. So if you're going to do a 1/4 inch, do a 1/4 inch all the way across, but try to make sure that they're very much even. So you go in, and this is exactly how I like to do it. It makes my garment look so nice, whether I'm doing a hem or whether I'm doing a lining, attaching my lining to my garment. Okay, and you would just keep repeating this same sequence all the way around your lining or across your hem until you reach the end. And let me tell you, it's going to be so pretty and so professional looking when you're done. So you just keep doing it all the way across, going in and out. Exactly where you went in is where you come out. Just like that. You see how that looks? And when you turn it over, and if this was the same color thread, you will not see your stitches. And when you're done, when you get to the end, very simple. What I like to do is I like to hide my thread. So I will make a knot here on my hem, a simple knot just like that. You make a hoop and you go through the hoop and you make a simple little knot, and then I like to hide my thread. So I'll go in and I'll go out, and then very simple, just cut your thread, and there you have it. A beautiful slip stitch. Look how nice that looks. And on the other side, perfectly done. If this was a matching thread, you will not see any stitches. Okay, everyone, that is how a slip stitch is done. I really hope that you enjoyed this quick tutorial on how to do a slip stitch for your fine garments. I want you to come back again because I'm going to continue to show you a few hand stitches that I'm sure that you'll find useful on your beautiful garments. Thanks for stopping by.